Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me again today. I'm back at Amadon, and I'm kind of at a higher elevation so that you can see more of the landscape around me. It's so beautiful here, and I love coming over here just to relax and to unwind, think about things, and just reconnect with nature and kind of get out of the busyness of life. And it's so peaceful over here, and you may be able to hear the river behind me, you may not, I'm not really sure. But it's just so beautiful here and peaceful, and I just love sharing it with everybody. But good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you're at in the world or what time you're viewing this video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And today I really wanted to come on video and talk to you about fear, because we all face fears of something. We all have that thing that stops us from and prevents us from taking a step or from doing something spectacular because we're afraid. We have fear. I know, I do too. I face fear almost every day. And I almost let fear prevent me from doing something really, really amazing. And I wanted to share that story with you today. So there was a seminar that I wanted to go to. For years I have heard about it, and it looked so much like a seminar that was so fun, and it would be groundbreaking. It would be turning point for a lot of people. Some of you watching will know exactly what I'm talking about. The seminar was called The Turning Point, and it was hosted by one of my mentors, and I really wanted to go, but I let fear year after year talk me out of going and attending the seminar because I knew something about what was going to happen. You see, on the second day they take part in a ropes challenge course, and I'm afraid of heights, and I didn't want to have to face that fear. And I knew though that if I went to that seminar I would need to confront it and try to work through that, and I let that talk me out of several years of going. But then I discovered that a few years ago was going to be the last year that my mentor was going to host this seminar. And I knew if I wanted to take part in it, that was the year I had to go. But I was terrified. I didn't want to take part of that ropes challenge because I'm afraid of heights. But I went anyway. And I literally had to tell myself, it's okay. If you can't do the ropes challenge, it will be fine. You're still going to have an amazing experience. And I went. And I drove 8 hours to Atlanta, Georgia, just to take part in this seminar. And I could not wait to get there. And then on the other hand, I could wait to get there because I had to face the fear of attempting something that I never attempted before. Now, I am afraid of heights, and it has limited me from doing a lot of things that I've wanted to do in my life. But when I'm at an amusement park or if I'm at a fair and they have a Ferris wheel, I'm one of the first ones that gets on there because I love it. I force myself to do these things, and I force myself to take that uncomfortable action in order to experience something amazing. But this was going to push me past my limits, and I was deathly afraid. So I drive 8 hours to get to Atlanta, Georgia, just so that I can take part of this course, knowing that I was going to have to do the ropes challenge. So I get there and I go to the registration table, and my mentor comes out, and he comes over to me and he asked me if this was the first time that I had actually participated in the seminar, and I said yes, it is the first time. And he said, are you excited? I said yes, I'm excited, but I said, Paul, I'm terrified of the second day, the ropes challenge, because guess what? I'm afraid of heights. And he said, well, how high can you climb comfortably? I said 10 feet, maybe 10 feet. Yeah, I could do 10 feet. He said, then we're going to coach you 12 feet. He said, it's not about the heights. Get out of your head. It's not about the heights. It's about challenging you to go just maybe one step further. And I said, okay, yeah, I can do this. So the seminar is amazing. The first day, phenomenal. I met so many friends that I have met through the John Maxwell team several times, and met new friends down there to experience their own turning point in their lives. The second day comes, and we have to go to the ropes challenge course, and we're being bussed over there. And on the way, there's so much amazing conversation going around, but in my head I'm visualizing, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this? Because I seen pictures and I knew how tall these obstacles were. So I go anyway, and sure enough, as soon as we pulled into the parking lot, there is what Paul calls the big stupid thing, looming over us. You could see it from a distance, and you could see how high it was in the sky, and it was scary. And I remember thinking, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But also deep down, I knew that if I didn't take this opportunity, I may never get another opportunity to do this again. So they divide us up into teams, but they actually had multiple levels. So they had what they called Chicken Little, which was maybe just a few feet off the ground. Then they had a medium level, and then they had the insane, I think is what they called it. And I wanted to have the insane experience. I wanted to try it. And I found an amazing team who said that I can join with another group of them, and we would divide up in teams, I think about 10, and they let me go with them. So now we're walking up to the platform to the challenge, the big stupid thing. And on the way, I heard somebody say, we've got hikers in the group. Hey, I'm a hiker, but my friends, I'm here to tell you that I don't know what kind of weird ass hiking they think that we do, but my feet's always on the ground. And then my next thought was, is there some other hiking that I'm not aware of that I need to be doing? But I digress. We get to the platform and we go through safety instructions, and we do a little bit of practicing on the ground so we know what to expect when we get in the air. Now let me just put this in perspective. The ropes challenge, this course that I wanted to do, was 60 feet in the air. And for my international friends, that's about 20 meters. And I'm looking at it, and generally, when I get to about 5 feet off the ground, my knees start shaking, my legs shake, and I can't go any further. I get paralyzed and I can't go further. So we go through the safety training, and we're waiting our turn on there, and then it was time for us to go. But I knew something about myself. I knew that I would have a problem, because the first thing you had to do was climb a cargo net to even get to the platform. And I knew it was going to take a lot of strength for me to do that. But I know this about myself. So I strategically put myself in the middle, so I could actually see people climbing the course, the rope course, and seeing that yes, it can be done. But I also had people behind me that I knew was relying on me to get up there so that they could experience it themselves. So now I'm climbing up, and I'm telling myself, just take the next step, just take the next step. I'm willing myself all the way, take the next step. My turn's there, I'm almost to the top. And then I hear a voice say, stop. And I stop, and I look around, and then I look up, and there's a photographer, and he says, smile. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I'm getting ready to die, and you want me to smile? So I smiled. And then I got my game face back on. He just wanted to take my picture, but I was thinking to myself, I'm going to die, and you want me to smile. Okay, we're going to smile. So I smiled, got my game face back on, made it to the top of the platform. I get to the top of the platform, and I'm there with and there's no guardrails around it. We got safety equipment on, but there's no railing around it. And I noticed something. My knees weren't shaking, my legs weren't shaking. And you know how well-meaning people will say that when you're afraid of heights, don't look down? I was thinking that. And so I looked down, and I thought, I'm not afraid. Wait a second, I'm not afraid. I actually can enjoy the view. And then I got my cell phone out, and I started taking selfies, and I'm taking pictures of everything that's around me, enjoying the view. 60 feet in the air, here I am, somebody deathly afraid of heights, and I'm not afraid. And I'm thinking, I can do this. Oh, but that was just the beginning. Oh yeah. So now you're at the top of this platform. You have to go over other areas, 3 or 4 different areas, different challenges, in order to get to the other side. Oh no, I didn't think I'd be afraid of that. Now I'm discovering that I am afraid. Because the first thing that we had to do was cross these floating boards that are just hung up there by wires in order to get to the next platform. And so when the time came, the instructor said, okay, KK, it's your turn. I went, nope, not gonna do it. Can't make me. No. But I knew if I didn't go, I had to give myself permission to say, it's okay, you're afraid, just process it, it's okay. And once I gave myself permission to be and feel the fear, I decided that I could do it. And I went to the next platform. And I had teammates behind me cheering me on and telling me to concentrate on one step at a time and getting over to the next platform. We get to the next platform and I'm thinking, I've got this, only to have another obstacle in my way. And I'm thinking, nope. Okay, KK, it's your turn. Not going to do it. You can't make me. And then I had to go through that whole process again. Give myself permission to say it's okay to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I took that first step. And then another with the whole team cheering me on and an accountability partner who was helping me every step of the way. And I made it to the next platform. When we finally got toward the other end of the platform, we had one more section to cross until we got to the end. And we had to lock arms as a team, step on the platform together, and walk together or to the other side. Now, I have to tell you that it was getting ready to rain. It was cloudy, it was thunder, and it was lightning, and they have a rule there at this place that once it starts raining and lightning, we have to get off the equipment and we have to go indoors because it's not safe at that point. So here we are, we need to lock hands, we need to get to the other side, and I said, no, KK is not going. Not going to do it, you can't make me. But then I knew I had to get across. So the instructor, bless his heart, says, hey guys, I know you're afraid about going, but I want to, think of it this way. He said, imagine there's a volcano behind you erupting and there's lava coming and you have to get your team to the other side in order to be okay. So imagine that. The lava's coming, guys. You guys take on that step. Come on, KK, take that step. You can do it. You can get to the other side with your teammates. We lock arms. And it started raining. And I thought to myself, okay, Mr. Instructor Man, this real rain that's falling trumps your fake lava coming behind me. No, I'm not going to do it. But we did it anyway. I had to feel the fear and do it anyway. Took that next step, and with my teammates, we made it to the other side. Great, course is over. You would think everything's done, right? No, now we have to get off the course. And I let all my teammates one by one go on. And you know how we had to get off? We had to propel off of this thing. You had to lean back, sit into it, and just lower yourself down. There's no ladders. There's not an elevator out there. And I keep looking around thinking, how am I going to get off of this thing? Because I'm afraid. And I look backwards and I'm thinking, I could go back to the cargo net and get down. Maybe I could do that. Ooh, but then I'd have to cross all those obstacles, and the rain's coming down. Now, at this time, it's only me, the photographer, and the instructor left on the platform, and it's raining. And I look at the photographer, and I see all this expensive photography equipment that he has, and I know what rain does. If rain and photography equipment does not mix. And I had to face my final fear. And so I walked over. I thought, if I die, I die. At least I'll die knowing that I conquered this thing. And I allowed myself to be lowered down. And my friends, I'm here to tell you that I'm 5'7", but when I hit the ground with my feet, I felt like I was 10 feet tall because I had conquered my fear. And I did it simply by taking one step at a time. I felt like I was 10 feet tall. I got my phone out. I was texting people saying, I did it. I can't believe I did it. Couldn't wait to take on the next obstacle because I still have other fears, right? And I really wanted to go back up there. We were going to do zip lining next, and I was almost one of the first people in line for that. But the thunder, the lightning, the rain came, and that ended my experience with the rope challenge. I tell you this because I understand fear. I know what it's like to be afraid, to take that step. I face it every day. Every time there's a new thing that I want to experience, there's a fear because you're going out of the unknown. You're getting out of your comfort zone. You're getting out of where you're familiar. But my friends, do like I do. Just take the next step. Give yourself permission to take one step. And once you take that next step, then take the next step. And then take the next step because you will get to the other side. I promise you. And if you have to have somebody to help you, cheer you on like I did that night, then please reach out for an accountability partner. Let me know. Call me. Text me. Send me a direct message. Whatever you need to do. Friend me on Facebook. say, I need an accountability partner because I'm afraid and I need some help. And I will help you take that first step, and then the next, and then the next. And then, my friends, sky's the limit. So thanks a lot for watching this. I could talk about this all day, but time is running short, and I want to get this posted on YouTube. So let me know what fears you're facing. How can I help you face your fears and be and experience something that's totally amazing? What fears are you letting prevent you from doing something amazing? Face your fears, do it anyway, but take it one step at a time. Thanks for joining me. This is KK coming to you from Amazon, keeping it real. Peace.